All right. Let's see if we got this right here. Hi, how you doing? Good morning. Well, at least it's morning here. Whether it's good or not, that's all. Here mostly. Well, it's a good thing you got up, if indeed it is morning where you are. Or if it's the evening, I hope you had a good day. And if you had a good day, that's a good thing. Or if it's the afternoon and you are in the process of having a good day, good on you. That's always nice, ain't it? Being in the middle of a good day. Well, good day, good evening, good morning. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. My name's Brian, as you can see right there, and I'm a poet. And on this channel, we do poetry. Um, my poetry sometimes, but most of the time we do other people's. And I'm talking like stuff in the public domain, old stuff, classic stuff people just, you know, wouldn't expect to be featured in the way I do. Because I take them and I turn them into music, but I'm just a poor drummer. I'm not a musician. That's why I let technology help. Yes, dreaded AI. But here's where the fun is. I use this particular AI named Suno. It spits out two tracks, and we compare and contrast. So I take a Shakespeare poem, so to speak. It makes its two tracks. I present them to you. You hear them when I hear them. I hear them when you hear them. We compare. We contrast. We go, okay, this is good. This is not. What can we do with this? And stuff. And most of the time, it's cool. So, how is it going? How's your day been? How is your afternoon at the moment, Joe Bananas? Yes, Friday fun day. Although today it's a regular show, but I canceled class for myself today. I'm not going. I'm going to stay home and work on stuff. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I emailed my professors. One of my classes is not even meeting today, so I'm working on this test for that today, and the other two were just writing. It's just workshop days. So I'm like, I'm just going to workshop for myself at home. So I emailed them and I said, hey, I won't be there. See you Monday. Ah, first time I have skipped school in a while. But hey, so that means we're going to do our little regular show. And we're going to play some more after that. So, cool. Make sure to remember to stick the link in the chat. But yeah, the morning didn't start out good for me. I went in to get my coffee and everything, and apparently in the night something fell on the windshield of my car. So I got to get the insurance to take care of it. So yeah, it's broke up at the top. It's yeah. All right, so what are we going to do today? We are going to do a regular show for the first part, and then we'll do some favorites and stuff. Yeah, well, I can blame it on my windshield too. It's unsafe to drive. No, seriously. Last time I drove around with a broke windshield, I ended up in the back of a police car, a state trooper's car. Although that led me to here too. That's part of the reason. That was last year, L. Ron Hubbard's birthday. Anyways, okie dokie. All right. Yeah, well, it happens. I got insurance. All right, so today we are. Let me pull up the. Okay, so I was kind of lazy, and I was like, "Well, let's just do some more poems from the people we already did yesterday." So we're doing another one here. So here we go. So, all right, trust is madness. Now available. Okay, so we're doing another Gene Toomer. This one called Banking Coal, and we're going to do another Gwendolyn Brooks. Sadie and Maud. I'm looking forward to. I don't know about. There's something about this one I'm looking forward to. I don't know. And then another Dylan Thomas, Being But Men. All right. So for the second half of the show, Brian is annoying. My pie's like, yeah. Okay, this is the Nazir guy again. A brief love letter. Then another William. This is a sonnet. And finally, I just loved the name of this, Poor Man's Pig by Edmund Burton. Poor Man's Pig. They did. He put me in the. He didn't. He was nice because I was only being arrested for failure to appear. So he didn't cuff me and stuff me. He just, you know. Yeah. Okay, what the hell am I missing here? Oh, well, that's insurance. Hopefully they got insurance. Cool. Well, here. Remember, you need to tell them about what we're doing here, too. Now. Yeah, well, I pled guilty, and I'm in the process of paying the county a whole hell of a lot of money. All right, so, yeah. Yes, damn. Call the insurance people. That's what I'm going to have to do after I get off here. Yeah, I think Arkansas has a special thing on glass, so hopefully I'll be able to get it replaced without me having to buy it. But if worse comes to worse, I know someone who owns a glass shop, and I could probably get it for less than $200, I hope. All right, so that puts a kink in me donating to No Face. So, yeah. All right. Banking coal. All right. The one thing about today's show is none of them are 4 minutes long. Only 2 of them are under 2 minutes. So let's just see.
Whoever it was who brought the first wood and coal to start the fire did his part well. Not all wood takes to fire from a match, nor coal from wood before it's burned to charcoal. The wood and coal in question caught a flame, flare beautifully touching the air, that takes a flame from anything. Somehow the fire was furnished, and then the time was right for some to say, the right banking of the furnace saves the coal. I've seen them set to work, each in his way, though all with shovels and with ashes, never resting till the fire seemed most dead. Whereupon they'd crawl in hooded nightcaps, contentedly to bed. Sometimes the fire left alone would die, but like as not spiced tongues, remaining by the hardest off till day would flicker up, never strong to anyone who cared to rake for them. But roaring fires never have been made that has not spiced tongues, remaining by the hardest until day would flicker up. Never strong to anyone who cared to rake for them, but roaring fires never have been made that way. I'd like to tell those folks that one grand flare transferred to memory tissues of the air is worth the like, or for dull minds that turn in gold. All money ever saved by banking coal.
Well, it was. Bunch of misdemeanors. Here's the fucked up part. Here's the messed up part. For some reason, Chad Woolley, the guy who's big in the Faulkner County Sheriff's Department, long story, he's a legacy. He's also running for sheriff this year, or next time around. He's running. He had them, because what they do when they book you, they put you on this thing called Faulkner County Books, or Faulkner County Booked, and they took a picture of me in the striped shirt. Where did you put it? Yes, in the striped shirt, and he had him take it down. And I'd only interacted with the guy like never, because he's like really younger than me. I remember when he was a snot-nosed little brat, and of course he still is, except he's got older and has power. Another friend of mine came up and asked me, "Are you a confidential informant?" I'm like, what the fuck? Confidential informant over some misdemeanors? Apparently, because the next day I'd been seen talking to Chad, some people around here thought that I had been, doing something wrong. Yeah. The only thing I did wrong was I didn't show up to fucking court. Oh, well. Yes, it's a Friday. All right, we're going to play. All right.
Whoever it was who brought the first wood and coal to start the fire did his part well. Not all wood takes to fire from a match, nor coal from wood before it's burned to charcoal. The wood and coal in question caught a flame and flared up beautifully, touching the air. That takes a flame from anything. Somehow the fire was furnaced, and then the time was ripe for some to say, right banking of the furnace saves the coal. I've seen them set to work, each his way, though all with shovels and with ashes, never resting till the fire seemed most dead. Whereupon they'd crawl in hooded nightcaps, contentedly to bed. Sometimes the fire left alone would die, but like as not spiced tongues, remaining by the hardest until day would flicker up. Never strong to anyone who cared to rake for them, but roaring fires never have been made that way. I'd like to tell those folks that one grand flare tissues of the air is worth alike for dull minds that turn in gold. All money ever saved by banking coal.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say number one. All right. Good morning, Jennifer. Thanks for dropping by. Yes, we were talking about my criminal past. Yeah, a minute ago. And how the fact that because somebody I really somebody that grew up out here with in the same place I did got the rumors going who was like a chief deputy or some BS like that. He's it got people thinking around here that I was doing something I shouldn't be doing. Which I was doing something I shouldn't be doing. I was riding around without a driver's license and a failure to appear warrant on me. So, yay. Irish the innocent. Oh, yes. But, hey, that's about the worst thing I've ever been done, you know? Oh, you know, I don't count freaking, you know, dabbling in illicit substances that I'd done in the past. That, you know, that's about the worst thing I've ever done. All right. So, this next one, we're doing another Gwendolyn Elizabeth Brooks. This is Sadie and Maud.
Maud went to college, Sadie stayed home. Sadie scraped life with a fine-toothed comb. She didn't leave a tangle in her comb, found every strand. Sadie was one of the livingest chicks in all the land. Sadie bore 2 babies under her maiden name. Maud and Ma and Papa nearly died of shame when Sadie said her last so long. Her girl struck out from home. Sadie left as heritage her fine-tooth comb. Maud, who went to college, is a thin brown mouse. She is living all alone in this old house. When Sadie said her last so long, her girl struck out from home. Sadie left as heritage her fine-toothed comb. Maud, who went to college, is a thin brown mouse. She is living all alone in this old house.
that was interesting, making that a country thingy. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. So what did y'all think of that one? That was interesting. Here's number 2.
Maud went to college, Sadie stayed home. Sadie scraped life with a fine-tooth comb. She didn't leave a tangle in. Her comb found every strand. Sadie was one of the livingest chicks in all the land. Sadie bore 2 babies under her maiden name. Maud and Ma and Papa nearly died of shame when Sadie said her last so long. Her girl struck out from home. Sadie left as heritage her fine-tooth comb. Maud, who went to college, is a thin brown mouse. She is living all alone in this old house.
All right. Okay. And number 2 is going to be run through 4.5 or 5.0. I haven't figured out yet. But number 2 is definitely better. Number 1 was cool. Number 2 should have been longer. All right. Let's go back here. Let's see here. At one point when I was in college back in the 20s, my late part of it, I had a reputation that I'd do anything stuck in front of my face. Well, that wasn't the truth. I stayed away from certain things. Xenu Marlene. Yeah, you gotta be all. You gotta be careful sometimes. Yeah, most of the time. You liked 1, you liked 2. Okay, cool. Well, yes, definitely gonna run 2 through. Good. Okay. Number 2. You can get your butt up there, George. Ugh, dogs. All right, so this is the next one. Oh, dogs. Oh, dogs. Yeah. All right. Well, let me play this and then let me take care of my puppies. All right. So this next one is Being But Men, Dylan Thomas.
Men, we walked into the trees, afraid of letting our syllables be soft, for fear of waking the rooks, for fear of coming noiselessly into a world of wings and cries. If we were children, we might climb, catch the rook sleeping and break no twig. And
that one was cool, and it needed to be on. Yeah, it needs longer. That's what I like about these things. You know, these are the ultimate public things. Oh, but yeah, I usually just reserve the flower for staying at home and stuff like that. Oh, wrong thing. Oh yeah. Oh, I wrote a poem. Well, sort of. There's this really interesting poem we went over the other day called "1-Star Reviews of the Great Wall of China." It's funny as shit. It's funny. This poet took actual lines from 1-star reviews of the Great Wall of China on Yelp and strung them together into a really funny poem. Oh, you gotta be careful with the edibles because they'll sneak up and bite you in the ass in a fun way. Hey, me too. So yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, the poem. So I got the idea because the dispensary that I go to regularly to I started with my own little line, and then I took 5-star reviews and took some lines from those and strung it together. It's a good start. Edibles. That's edibles, consumable, or consumable THC products you can eat. By the way, how's it going? Are you new here? I don't recognize the name. Chef Makes. What kind of stuff do you make, Chef? If you need a good can of butter method, I got one. Oh boy. But if I want to get edibles, I just go down to the dispensary. They're cheap for the most part. All right. That was the first Being But Men. Now we are going to play the second version of Being But Men. This one's like 2 minutes and 44 seconds. So here we go.
Being but men, we walked into the trees, afraid, letting our syllables be soft, for fear of waking the rooks, for fear of coming noiselessly into a world of wings and cries. If we were children, we might climb, catch the rooks sleeping and break no twig. And after the soft ascent, thrust out our heads above the branches to wonder at the unfailing stars. Out of confusion, as the way is, and the wonder that man knows, out of the chaos would come bliss. That then is loveliness, we said, children in
walked into the trees.
Yeah, I was like, first I'm like, oh no, and then I was like, oh, cool. I like the first one too. So this is another one where soon, but the first one needs work. The first one needs to be longer. So we can do number 2 also. Uh-huh. So what do you think of the first half of the show? Mm-hmm. Yes, quite peaceful. Asian spices. Oh no, you ain't fooling them. Oh, your son's smarter than that. Probably. Don't fool. Don't let the. No, we try to fool kids, but they know sometimes. All right. Oh, okay. So, wow, this one, I was kind of like here for a minute because I did. No, there's 2 different one. A brief love letter. That's the next one by our Nizar guy. Um, each of them are 3 minutes and 14 seconds long, but they're different lengths. So yes, they're different. Okay, here we go.
My darling, I have much to say. Where, oh precious one, shall I begin? All that is in you is princely. Oh, you who makes of my words through their meaning cocoons of silk. These are my songs, and this is me. This short book contains us. Tomorrow, when I return its pages, a lamp will lament, a bed will sing. Its letters from longing will turn green. Its commas be on the verge of flight. Do not say, why did this youth speak of me to the winding road and the stream, the almond tree and the tulip, so that the world escorts me wherever I go. Why did he sing these songs? Now there is no star that is not perfumed with my fragrance. Tomorrow people will see me in his verse. A mouth, a taste of wine, close-cropped hair. Ignore what people say. You will be great only through my great love. What would the world have been if we had not been? If your eyes had not been, what would the world have been?
Uh, yeah, like the first time I ever smoked, I got a small hand change. I actually did a poem about it. And then it took the third time was a charm for me. Oh boy, did my world open up. Ugh. That's understandable. That's why you the CBD products, you know, for that. All right, let's see what the second one was. What do y'all think of the first one? Here.
My darling, I have much to say. Where, oh precious one, shall I begin? All that is in you is princely. Oh, you who makes of my words through their meaning cocoons of silk. These are my songs, and this is me. This short book contains us. Tomorrow when I return its pages, a lamp will lament, a bed will sing. Its letters from longing will turn green. Commas beyond the verge of flight. Do not say, why did this youth speak of me to the winding road and the stream? The almond tree and the tulip, so that the world escorts me wherever I go. Why did he sing these songs? Now there is no stone that is not perfumed with my fragrance. Tomorrow people will see me in his verse, a mouth, the taste of wine, close cropped hair. Ignore what people say. You will be great only through my great love. What would the world have been if we had not been? If your eyes had not been, what would the world have been?
Yeah, number two. That was better than number one, definitely. It seems like we got some consensus here. Uh, that's cool. Yeah, well, at least it got legalized. Here, the medical law is kind of interesting, but to me, it's been a gift horse that I'm definitely not going to look in the mouth at all. All right, I am grateful that I was able to get my. I was grateful. Very grateful. I was able to get my card. All right, this is the second. Well, no, this is our next to the last one. Our second one by William Henley in 2 days. This is a sonnet. Okay, this one's only 2 minutes and 5 seconds. It's called After by William Ernest Henley.
Like as a flame lit, blanketed in smoke, so through the anesthetic shows my life. So flashes and so fades my thought at strife, with the strong stupor that I heave and choke, and sicken at it is so foully sweet. Faces look strange from space and disappear. Far voices sudden loud offend my ear, and hush as sudden, then my senses fleet. All were a blank, save for this dull new pain that grinds my leg and foot and brokenly. Time and the place glimpse onto me again, and unsurprised out of uncertainty, I wake relapsing, somewhat faint and vain, to an immense complacent dreamery.
Well, here in the United States. Hey, Netmaster, how's it going, kiddo? Hope is the weather still treating you roughly? Now, here in the United States, it's all it was basically rooted in racism. One of the earliest, most draconian laws was enacted by El Paso in the early 19 teens, specifically because it was something the Mexicans who would come in, because El Paso and Juarez are just right there, basically one huge city. And, free access between the borders. And, these old conservative white guys didn't want their women going out and having fun with the Mexicans smoking the wacky weed. Oh, don't you just love how racism works? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's all about control. And good morning. How you doing? Yes, we are, let's play the next one now, shall we? That one was pretty cool. You gotta admit. Here we go, after version 2.
Like as a flame lit, blanketed in smoke, so through the anesthetic shows my life. So flashes and so fades my thought at strife, with the strong stupor that I heave and choke, and sticking at it is so foully sweet.
Yes, definitely. Number 2. Hey, here, especially in the 90s, oh my lord, you got caught with a couple seeds and you're going to freaking jail. These days, they don't care. Like, yeah, which is a good thing. Although it's still not legal recreationally. But that might change next election cycle, I hope. Oh boy, you always make us hungry. I did have my biscuit earlier. I don't know. All right. This is the one I've been looking forward to. Hopefully, I won't be disappointed, and neither will you guys. Poor Man's Pig. I don't know. It's just the title. Just, I don't know.
Already fallen, plum bloom stars the green, and apple boughs as nard as old toads' backs, where their small roses, ere a rose is seen. The building thrush watches old Job who stacks the bright peeled sizes on the sunny fence. The penso grunts to hear him stumping by, and tries to push the bolt and scamper thence. But her ring snout still keeps her to the stile. Then out he lets her run, away she snorts, in bundling gallop for the cottage door. With hungry hubbub, begging crusts and oars, then like the whirlwind, bumping round once more. Nuzzling the dog, making the pullets run, and sulky as a child when her play's done. Then out he lets her run, away she snorts, in bundling gallop for the cottage door. With hungry hubbub, begging crusts and oars, then like the whirlwind, bumping round once more. Nuzzling the dog, making the pullets run, and sulky as a child when her play's done.
That was cool, but not as whimsical as I'd hoped. Well, you know what they say about hope? It'll get you. Yeah, more ways than one, it'll get you. All right, let's play this next one, and then we're going to play some more. Yes, ear scratches to the pups, and we'll probably still be here when you get back. There we go.
fallen, plum bloom stars the green, and apple boughs as gnarled as old toads' backs, where their small roses ere a rose is seen. The building thrush watches old Job who stacks the bright peeled azaleas on the sunny fence. The pen so grunts to hear him stumping by, and tries to push the bolt and scamper thence, but her ring snout still keeps her to the sty. Then out he lets her run, away she snorts in bundling gallop for the cottage door, with hungry hubbub begging crusts and orts. Then like the whirlwind bumping round once more, nuzzling the dog, making the pullets run, and sulky as a child when her play's done. Then out he lets her run, away she snorts in bundling gallop for the cottage door, with hungry hubbub begging crusts and orts. Then like the whirlwind bumping round once more, nuzzling the dog, making the pullets run, and sulky as a child when her play's done.
Irish whiskey is the nectar of the gods. Enough said. Yeah, you guys over there don't play. Yeah. I would definitely not want to go over there and get caught with anything. It doesn't bode well for us Americans. Yeah, in moderation, just like with most things. Although I wish we had dispensaries and pubs on every corner. Yeah, it's getting to be big business here. That's one of the things that, they've learned. Hopefully the next time around, the amendment for recreational will be written properly and the courts won't throw it out. Yeah, that's what happened last time. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yes. The water of life. The nectar of the gods. Yep. All right. So what y'all think? Well, I know what I think. I think we haven't heard this particular song in a while, and I'm going to play it. Here we go.
Bake the day she suddenly dropped dead. We chew it slowly, that last apple pie. Shocked into sleeplessness, you're scared of bed. We never could talk much, and now don't try. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. All that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made a seam of hair. Not as good for staring in gas. Too regular each, but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that crate, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular each, but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books.
Actually, I think the last time I had the bottle out of the freezer was, I think it was before school started, and I was feeling under the weather and stuff. So yeah, the water of heaven, water of life, nectar of the gods. Yes, it was certainly what I needed to get me over the top and get me some rest. I usually do like a good Irish coffee, but I don't have the Irish cream liqueur. I might get me some sometime soon. Although I'm not much of a drinker. I'm a high functioning pothead. At least I'm highly functioning right now. Yes, Irish whiskey and Bailey's and Irish coffee. Irish style. Love it. Yes. It's especially good after a nice meal, too. All right, let's play some more. Now, shall we? Let's see here. Oh. Let's go here. Bear with me, please. Ooh, where is it? Here, hadn't heard this one in a while.
The western wave was all aflame. The day was well nigh done. Almost upon the western wave rested the broad bright sun. When that strange shape drove suddenly betwixt us and the sun, and straight the sun was flecked with bars. Heaven's mother, send us grace. As if through a dungeon grate he peered with broad and burning face. Alas, thought I, and my heart beat loud, how fast she nears and nears. Are those furls her sails that glance in the sun like restless gossameres. Are those her ribs through which the sun did peer as through a grate? And is that woman all her crew? Is that a death? And are there two? Is death that woman's mate? Her lips were red, her looks were free, her locks were yellow as gold. Her skin was as white as leprosy. The nightmare life in death was she, who thinks man's blood with cold. The naked Hulk alongside came, and the twain were casting dice. The game is done, I've won, I've won, quoth she and whistled thrice. Naked Hulk alongside came, and the twain were casting dice. The game is done, I've won, quoth she and whistled thrice. Quoth she and whistled thrice. Quoth she and whistled thrice.
Well, I hope you're having a great day so far. Good morning. How are you doing? Yes, indeed. Good morning. How are you doing, Journey? Thanks for dropping by and letting us know you're watching. You know what few lurkers I got, I like, but I like the engagement too. Makes it even better. So yeah, we're gonna play. We're not done yet. I'm gonna play some more because I'm taking the day off of going anywhere, but still going to do stuff. All right, let's play this one. This is a Face, Robert Browning.
If one could have that little head of hers, painted upon a background of pale gold, such as the Tuscan's early art prefers, no shade encroaching on the matchless mold of those two lips, which should be opening soft in the pure profile, not as when she laughs, for that spoils all, but rather as if aloft. Yon hyacinth she loves so leaned its staffs, burthen of honey-colored buds to kiss, and capture twixt the lips apart for this. Then her lithe neck 3 fingers might surround, how it should waver on the pale gold ground. direction it lifts. I know Correggio loves to mass in rifts of heaven. His angel faces orb on orb, breaking its outline, burning shades absorb. But these are only masks there, I should think, waiting to see some wonder momently grow out, stand full, fade slow against the sky. That's the pale ground you'd see this sweet face by. All heaven, meanwhile, condensed into one eye, which fears to lose the wonder should it wink.
Well, yeah, didn't you go visit family and you were traveling? So, yeah, coming back to work on a Friday? Ugh, you're braver than I am. After. Before and after? Who knows? Okay. Let's see here. Let's do some more here. Let's play this one.
There are hermit souls that live withdrawn in the place of their self-content. There are souls like stars that dwell apart in a fellowless firmament. There are pioneer souls that blaze the paths where highways never ran. But let me live by the side of the road and be a friend to man. Let me live in a house by the side of the road where the race of men go by. The men who are good and the men who are bad, as good and as bad as I would not sit in the scorner's seat, nor hurl the cynic's ban. Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. I see from my house by the side of the road, by the side of the highway of life, the men who press with the ardor of hope, the men who are faint with the strife. But I turn not away from their smiles and tears, both parts of an infinite plan.
Yes, you need to have your SOE schedule of events in order sometimes, unless you're just going with the wind. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I'm like getting kind of long for me. I like to keep my hair short because it has the old male pattern baldness, and I'm used to it. Yeah, I've had my hair short for years, except for when I was those 13 months or so. I was without transportation and stuck at home and stuff. And you can look at the videos of me and see the progression of how long my hair got until I was able to get it. Okay, you do your own ginger enhancements, undercut, refreshing. Yes, yeah. What does Medusa have to say about that, though? Ah, boy. Yes. Yeah. All right. Ooh, let's play. Is that one? Oh, yeah, let's play this one.
She might have known it in the early spring that all my heart with vague desire was stirred, and ere the summer winds had taken wing, I told her, but she smiled and said no word. The autumn's eager hand, his red gold grasp, and she was silent till from skies grown drear fell soft one fine first snowflake, and she clasped my neck and cried, "Love, we have lost a year."
Well, yeah, that is probably wise. Yeah, my mom never really did that stuff either. Well, in her, well, now she's older and because of her injuries and everything, she keeps her hair short. But yeah, when her hair started going from she's blackhead, from black to now gray and silver and stuff, she saw it as earned, which in a way she did. Yeah, I know. I see it a lot with the young crowd when I at school. Um, I'm like, yeah, I couldn't get away with something like that. That's always good. Uh, yes, great wisdom. Yeah, if you can have fun with it, have fun with it. Especially if you're young. Even though when I was young, no, I was never the type of person to if stuff like that would have been going on when I was young, I would have been like, remember, I'm kind of reserved in my own personal life and being. This is about as the facial hair is about as wild as I get for the most part, and this is like the only white I got right now. Like I said, this right here, you can see my male pattern baldness. That's why I wear the hat most of the time. All right, what we've talked about uh, uh, MJ and then Irish, and now we're talking about hairdos. Wow, how about this one?
I've stayed in the front yard all my life. I wanna pee at the back where it's rough and untended and hungry weed grows. A girl gets sick of a rose. I wanna go in the backyard at night and maybe down the alley to where the charity children play. I want a good time today. They do some wonderful things. They have some wonderful fun. My mother sneers, but I say it's fine. How they don't have to go in at 8:45. My mother, she tells me that Johnny May will grow up to be a bad woman, that George will be taken to jail soon or late. On account of last winter, he sold our back gate, but I say it's fine. Honest, I do. And I'd like to be a bad woman too, and wear the brave stockings of night black lace, and strut down the street with paint on my face.
Yeah, I remember when that happened. I'm hoping it all worked out where you can basically not go back to that guy again. Ugh. That's some serious stuff. Uh, 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 oh boy. Oh, uh. That's that's both tragic and hilarious. I don't mean I'm not but just the way you put it here. They threatened to kill your mom over over how bad she cut it. Oh, that's amazing. Yes, definitely caps are useful, especially to hide the old metal pattern balls. And I think I look cool in this. Kind of fits the persona as a poet. That and the the that. I guess we all try to look the way that makes us feel the best. It wasn't until after I got out of the Navy and started growing this that I just, started feeling better about what I saw in the mirror. Oh, vanity. Oh, vanity. And yes, you also, let's see here. Ha! Yeah. Ha ha.
If he could know my songs are all for him at silver dawn or in the evening glow, would he not smile and think it but a whim if he could know? Or would his heart rejoice and overflow as happy brooks that break their icy rim when April's horns along the hillsides blow? I may not speak till Eros' torch is dim. The god is bitter and will have it so. And yet tonight our fate would seem less grim if he could know. Or would his heart rejoice and overflow as happy brooks that break their icy rim when April's horns along the hillsides blow? I may not speak till Eros' torch is dim. The god is bitter and will have it so. And yet tonight our fate would seem less grim if he could know.
No, no. Mainly in public. Yeah, I'm a beatnik. I like it. I agree. That's why I wear it. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, we're still not done yet. Let's see here. Oh, let's see here. Oh, we like this one.
The art of losing isn't hard to master. So many things seem filled with the intent to be lost, that their loss is no disaster. Lose something every day except the fluster of lost door keys, the hour badly spent. The art of losing isn't hard to master. Then practice losing disaster. Places and names and where it was you meant to travel, none of these will bring disaster. I lost my mother's watch, and look, my last door, next to last of 3 loved houses went. The art of losing isn't hard to master. I lost 2 cities, lovely ones and vaster. Some realms I owned, 2 rivers, a continent. I miss them, but it wasn't a disaster. Even losing you, the joking voice, a gesture I love, I shan't have lied. It's evident. The art of losing's not too hard to master, though it may look like disaster.
Yeah, it's sort of my stick. I remember when we had that chatathon thing or that overnight thing for Mike Rinder when he was diagnosed with cancer and stuff. Doug was on there, and when I got to interact with him, and when he saw me, he goes, "Man, you look just like what I thought a poet would look like." Oh, well, yes, I love that one, and it takes on an extra dimension when, because we went over it in my class, and she Elizabeth Bishop wrote it after her life partner, her wife, died, and she had from what I understand, she has versions and versions and versions of that poem. But yeah, don't worry, we're going to be done soon. Cool. Cool. We're going to be done here in a few minutes. Phil's whining at me. Here, I'm going to play a long one and take him and see if he's got to go potty. So, yes, I'm sorry, Phil, for being a bad dog daddy. Here we go. Here's a long one. I'll be back shortly.
All thoughts, all passions, all delights, whatever stirs this mortal frame, all are but ministers of love and feed his sacred flame. Oft in my waking dreams do I live o'er again that happy hour, when midway on the mount I lay beside the ruined tower. The moonshine stealing o'er the scene had blended with the lights of eve, and she was there, my hope, my joy, my own dear Genevieve.
She leant against the armored-rounded statue of the armed knight. She stood and listened to my lay amid the lingering light. Few sorrows hath she of her own, my hope, my joy, my Genevieve. She loves me best whene'er I sing the songs that make her grieve.
I played a soft and doleful air, I sang an old and moving story, an old rude song that suited well that ruin wild and hoary.
She listened with a flitting blush, with downcast eyes and modest grace, for well she knew I could not choose but gaze upon her face.
I told her of the knight that wore upon his shield a burning brand, and that for 10 long years he wooed the lady of the land.
I told her how he pined, and the deep, the low, the pleading tone
with which I sang another's love interpreted my own.
She listened with a flitting blush, with downcast eyes and modest grace,
and she forgave me that I gazed too fondly.
But when I told the cruel scorn
that crazed that bold and lovely knight,
and that he crossed the
mountain woods, nor rested day nor night, that sometimes from the savage din, and sometimes from the darksome shade, and sometimes starting up at once in green and sunny glade, there came and looked him in the face an angel beautiful and bright, and that he knew it was a fiend, this miserable night, and that unknowing what he did, he leaped amid a murderous band, saved from outrage worse than death the lady of the land. And how she wept and clasped his knees, and how she tended him in vain, and ever strove to expiate the scorn that crazed his brain, and that she nursed him in a cave, and how his madness went away when on the yellow forest leaves a dying man he lay. His dying words, but when I reached that tenderest strain of all the ditty, my faltering voice and pausing harp disturb her soul with pity. All impulses of soul and sense that thrilled my guileless Genevieve, the music and the doleful tale, the rich and balmy eve, and hopes and fears that kindle hope, an undistinguishable throm, in gentle wishes long subdued, subdued and cherished long. She wept with pity and delight, she blushed with love and virgin shame, and like the murmur of a dream, I heard her breathe my name. Her bosom heaved, she stepped aside, as conscious of my look she stepped. Then suddenly with timorous eyes she fled to me and wept. She half enclosed me with her arms, she pressed me with a meek embrace, and bending back her head looked up and gazed upon my face. 'Twas partly love and partly fear, and partly 'twas a bashful art, that I might rather feel than see the swelling of her heart. I calmed her fears and she was calm, and told her love with virgin pride, and so I won my
let's see here. Yeah, and he didn't have to go. I don't know what the hell he was whining about. Yes, you should be proud of what you do. It is a labor of love. I am proud of what I do. I just don't. I'll try to be modest. I know I'm a good writer. I'm not the best in the world. Definitely not the worst. Pizza's great too. I guess we just try to be humble. It comes from. I know mine comes from freaking issues from, way back. Yeah, is it that one? You put it in, if you can, put the link in the chat. And it was one she did. Those people were working on the road or something. I don't know. I didn't. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Ugh. What we've built here on, like, I've got hundreds of tracks to choose from. What we've built here is freaking great. All right, let's see here. Play this one.
I sought a thing, I sought for it in vain. I sought it daily for 6 weeks or so. As being but a broken man, I must be satisfied with my heart, although winter and summer till old age began. My circus animals were all on show. Those stilted boys, that burnished chariot, lion and woman, and the Lord knows what. What can I but enumerate old themes? First, that sea rider hoising led by the nose through 3 enchanted islands, allegory, poor dreams, vain gaiety, vain battle, vain repose, griefs of the embittered heart, or so it seems, that might adorn old songs or courtly shows. But what care that set him on to ride? I starred for the bosom of his fairy bride. And then a counter-truth filled out its play. The Countess Kathleen was the name I gave it. She, pity-crazed, had given her soul away, but masterful heaven had intervened to save it. I thought my dear must her own soul destroy, so did fanaticism and hate enslave it. And this brought forth a dream, and soon enough this dream itself had all my thoughts and love. And when the fool and blind man stole the bread, Cuchulainn fought the ungovernable sea. Heart mysteries there, and yet when all is said, it was the dream itself enchanted me. Character isolated by a deed, to engross the present and dominate memory. Players and painted stage took all my love, and not those things that they were emblems of. Those masterful images, because complete, grew in pure mind, but out of what began a mound of refuse or the sweepings of a street. Old kettles, old bottles, and a broken can. Old iron, old bones, old rags, and a raving slut. Who keeps that till now that my ladder's gone? I must lie down where all the ladders start, in the foul rag and bone shop of the heart.
And the circus animals. William Butler Yeats. Yeah, they're like most cults, or people who are believe they know better than everybody else and think you should believe as they do. Bluegrass. It's one of the ones I like to play. I like bluegrass a lot. Let's see here. Of course, we play stuff we haven't heard in a while sometimes, which is what I'm doing kind of right here. Let's see here. Oh, what did I want to play? I know there's one I wanted to play. Oh, I know there's one I wanted to play. Let me find it. Yeah. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Oh, yeah, I know what it is. It's, oh, shit. Pay no attention to myself, because I was in the wrong one, and it's here. Ha
Do not suddenly break the branch or hope to find the white heart over the white well. Glance aside, not for lamps, do not spell old enchantments. Let them sleep. But not too deep. Lift your eyes where the roads dip and where the roads rise. Seek only there where the gray light meets the green air. The hermit's chapel, the pilgrim's prayer.
Shot from a bower eaves, he rode between the barley sheaves. The sun came dazzling through the leaves and flamed upon the brazen greaves of bold Sir Lancelot. Red Cross Knight forever kneel to a lady in his shield that sparkled on the yellow field beside remote Shalott. The jelly bridle glittered free like two some branches we see hung in the golden galaxy. bells rang merrily as he rode down from Camelot. And from his blazoned baldric slung a mighty silver bugle hung, and as he rode his armor rung beside remote Shalott. All in the blue unclouded weather, big jewels shone, the saddle leather, the helmet and the helmet feather burned like burning flame together as he rode down from Camelot, as often through the purple night, below the starry clusters bright, some bearded near trailing light moves over green Shalott. His broad, clear brow in sunlight glowed, on burnished hooves his warhorse trode, from underneath his helmet flowed his coal black curls as on he rode, as he rode down from Camelot. From the bank and from the river he flashed into the crystal mirror. Tiralira, tiralira, sang Sir Lancelot. Oh, she left the web, she left the loom, she made 3 paces through the room. She saw the water flower bloom, she saw the helmet and the plume. She looked down the Camelot, out flew the web and floated wide. The mirror cracked from side to side. The curse has come upon me, cried the Lady of Shalott.
As a twig trembles which a bird lights on to sing, then leaves unbent, so is my memory thrilled and stirred. I only know she came and went, as clasped some lake by gusts unriven, the blue dome's measureless content. So my soul held that moment's heaven. I only know she came and went, as at one bound our swift spring heats, the orchards full of bloom and scent. So clothe her May, my wintry sleeps. I only know she came and went. Stood and met my gaze through the low doorway of my tent. The tent is struck, the vision stays. I only know she came and went, as at one bound our swift spring heats, the orchards full of bloom and scent. So clothe her May, my wintry sleeps. I only know she came and went. Oh, when the room grows slowly dim and life's last storm
Yeah, I know that's one of the reasons I played it. Plus, I think it's cool, and we haven't heard it in a while. All right, and speaking of one we haven't heard in a while, and I'm probably going to wrap this up. This is final track. I have to do this. We're still at 452. We're at 452 now, still, although I haven't checked lately. No, sometimes I'm afraid to, but this is the important thing. Have an awesome day, my friends. And, like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Let the world know about what we're doing here. Because, I've been trying to, but it seems the world's been ignoring me. Oh, yeah. So, this is one we haven't heard in a while. It's a nice, subdued one. A nice, mellow way to get it, get the Friday going in the weekend. It's the force that through the green fuse drives the flower. It's not an E.E. Cummings one. I can't remember who it's by, but we'll find that out. But yes, the force that through the green fuse drives the flower.
Force that through the green fuse drives the flower, drives my green age that blasts the roots of trees as my destroyer. And I am done to tell the crooked rows. Our youth is bent by the same wintry fever. Force that drives the water through the rocks, drives my red blood that dries the mouthing streams, turns mine to wax. And I am dumb to mouth unto my veins how at the mountain spring the same mouth sucks. Whirls the water in the pool, stirs the quicksand that ropes the blowing wind, hauls my shroud sail. And I am dumb to tell the hanging man how of my clay is made the hangman's line. Of time leach to the fountainhead of drips and gathers that fall in blood shall calm her source. And I am dumb to tell a weather's wind how time has ticked the heaven round the stars. And I am done to tell the lovers too how at my sheet goes the same crooked word.
Sometimes, but they are can be a measure of how you're doing. Well, I am the torture artist type, Seriously, though. Thanks for spending a little bit of your time with me. Hope you've enjoyed this as much as I do. That's the most important part. Almost said fart. Well, I just did say fart. That's the most important fart. No, that's the most important thing. Having fun. And since I'm going to be sticking around here, yes, the next thing I do is I got to call my insurance company about getting my front windshield replaced. Hey, Misha. I'm glad you like that. Nah, thank you. Thank you for spending a little time with me. And you never know, I might go live again later today, especially if I get a few things done that I want to get done. You know. Well, yes. Until then, I'll definitely be back on Monday. And remember, Joe here has got herself an album out, and I'll see y'all around. Oh, thank you. And yeah, like, subscribe, and all that jazzy jazz. And yeah, see y'all out and about.